Hey guys, Kiwi Sylvian, and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. Last episode, I'm not even gonna say anything. Watch it. Come back when you have breathed and probably eaten like 3 times the amount of ice cream. I'll just say one good thing. Waltz is now my new bae. I mean, in this game. Nobody can beat Sam. Waltz versus Sam. I'd pay to see that. It has been almost 3 weeks since Mother's revival, and yet I have not heard or seen anything of her. What are you planning to do, Mother? I'm almost tempted to just call her Hilda, because she doesn't have a right to be our mother. Parfait told me before that the Tenenbaum has already chosen me as its next bearer. Does that have anything to do with why Mother is still in hiding? It's impossible not to feel the weight of my new responsibility. And I have not yet fully accepted that I'm now the bearer, but I can't run from this responsibility for long. The Tenenbaum bearer's duty is to work alongside Parfait to balance the light and darkness of the kingdom. That balance had only just begun mending before Mother's sudden revival. For nights I have been wondering if there's some other way to stop Mother without fighting her. A small part of me hopes that perhaps Mother can still change. No, she's a bitch through and through. I think about that, and then I remember how Mother so heartlessly killed Father as soon as she had been revived. Thanks for reminding me. She was sleeping for 4 years, but that didn't change her mind. Even now, I can only assume she still means to make this kingdom suffer. I feel as if my heart is twisting itself into a knot. I guess when a bright spark fizzles into life in my hands. I clench and unclench my hands, taking deep breaths to calm myself. Ever since I tried to work it with magic, it's been activating on its own. Whenever I feel any sort of deep emotion, some type of electricity sparks in my hands. It's all I can do to try to keep my emotions in check. The last thing I want is to accidentally burn down the Marken, or hurt anyone inside of it. Delora and Waltz have both agreed to start teaching me how to use my magic. For the last few days, the forest near the Marken has served as the training grounds. Parfait constantly cloaks the Marken in powerful magic to keep our presence hidden from Mother and other witches. It allows us to use our magic without worrying about being tracked. Still, Parfait's constant spell has considerably weakened her. Delora and Waltz tried to convince her not to cast it in the first place, but Parfait insisted that we remain as close to the Tenenbaum as possible, rather than move somewhere safer. Stubborn Parfait. She told us that I need to be close to the Tenenbaum and as its bearer. As far as we all know, the crystal is still unmoved in the palace. I know that the chance I will face Mother in a battle of magic is extremely high. Although I fear the outcome, I have no choice but to consider the possibility. Time is running out, and I don't have the luxury of waiting much longer. I have to decide what to do. They all believe that I am the only one who can stand up to Mother, even with so little practice. Last night I told Parfait that I would make my decision the next day. And that I would tell everyone what I had decided. Now it's time for that decision. When I step into the reception room, everyone is already there waiting for me. I catch Waltz's eyes first. He cocks his head ever so slightly, his lips stretching into a warm smile. Aww, I love him. I nod at him and smile back. I take a deep breath before facing everyone. This is the first time I've spoken properly with everyone since my father's death. Before I tell you of my decision, I want to apologize for everything that I've done and for everything that's happened. Mother is back because I was a coward, and Father died because I was weak. Penelope. Ophelia is the first to respond. It wasn't your fault, dear. I stared down at the ground with my hands clenched. I tried to will away my anger away, but only managed a few deep, stilling breaths before I looked up again. I brought Mother back because I feared that disobedience would have them kill my father. Yet in this end, he was still. The image of my father's smiling face flashes through my mind. I clear my throat. I promised him that I would protect Angielle, and that's what I intend to do. I will do everything I can to protect our kingdom. Spoken like a true queen. The words are shocking, even more so when they come out of Dolores' mouth. Queen? Why do you seem surprised, Princess? You know you're next in line for the throne. I hadn't even thought about being the next ruler. I'm not even sure I have the right qualities. Can I really do this? I wanted to see you become queen. Protect our kingdom. I can't let Father down. I have to do this for his sake, but the kingdom comes before the crown. I will only take the crown if I can win it back. I will need your help. I am still weak, but that won't stop me from training every day until we face Hildur. I'm not going to call her mother. Fuck it. I hope I'm not asking for too much, but I hope you'll all fight with me to protect our kingdom together. You don't even need to ask us that, Penelope. It goes without saying that we'll help you any way that we can. I second that. Wouldn't you third that? Because Waltz technically said it first. We'll all be here for you. I smiled at everyone gathered. So this is what it feels to be trusted and needed. Feels good. It will be hard, but we will stop it. Ow. I got too involved. It will be hard, but we will stop Hildur. Together, we might stand a chance against her. Hildur is strong, but not invulnerable. Parfait looks at me, eyebrows furrowed. You know what we must do to stop Hildur, Princess? I feel a tinge of pain in my chest, but force my eyes to hold Parfait's gaze. I look into Parfait's eyes with determination. I do. Later that same day, I resumed my training with Waltz while Parfait and Dolores try to come up with a plan. Sharon and Garland returned to town to listen for any information regarding Hildur and Alcaster, or any happenings in the palace. I forced myself to focus on learning how to use my magic as fast as I can. Today, Waltz is continuing his lessons on barriers. He's been teaching me the same spells for the past week, emphasizing my protection. Let's review the types of barriers I've been trying to teach you. Do you remember them? One shields you from harm, while the other deflects the spell back at the caster. Powerful spells cannot be deflected. That's why you need to be able to tell which spells can be reflected and which cannot. Otherwise, you'll end up using the wrong barrier. A single mistake can cost you your life. So how do I know what barrier I must use? Allow me to demonstrate. You see me cast my spells many times, so you should be able to tell the difference between them. But for now, let's think of it as another game. Just take a guess. Who knows? You might actually give me the right answer. I'll give you a nice little treat if you do. Ooh! A treat? You always did like treating me in town. It's special this time. I wonder if this will be just like those other sweets you treated me to before. Please! Please be not... Be a kiss or something. Waltz snaps his fingers and a glimmering but faint purple light appears around him. It's faded at first, but slowly becomes brighter as he moves his hands. Usually the effects of Waltz's magic are immediate, but this spell is taking longer to cast. Is it stronger magic? I remember Waltz telling me before that it takes a lot of energy to cast a strong barrier. Does that apply to offensive spells as well? Question time. What kind of barrier should you use? Shield me, Mo! The slow casting time makes this seem like a powerful spell. And powerful spells cannot be deflected. Surely this is the right answer. Is that your final answer? My confidence is thwarted by a sudden indecision. Penelope, in the midst of battle, you won't have the luxury of time to think about your decision. I look at him and nod. It should be the right answer. That's correct. Now prepare your shield. I've never shielded myself from a powerful spell. What if my barrier breaks? Trust in yourself, Penelope. I do as instructed and stretch out my hands to cast a barrier to shield myself. Ooh, so pretty. Here I go. My hands shake as Waltz's spell collides with my barrier. I put my feet to hold myself upright. Such a strong spell! When the light dissipates, I look up hesitantly before smiling triumphantly when I see that my barrier is still in one piece. I did it! Well done, little star. I eye the barrier again. My heart sinks when I notice 2 cracks in its surface. My barrier! Wah! Don't fret, Penelope. Even the strongest barrier will obtain cracks after being hit by a powerful spell. That's when you set up your next barrier. Your opponent will usually make the mistake of assuming you have the same shield up and attack you with a weaker spell to try to break it. You can be ready for them with the new barrier. Why not? I'm impressed how fast a learner you are. I have a good teacher. And I mean Parfait, not you. No, I'm kidding. I think you're just a good student. So, will you teach me offensive spells? Just in case, you know. I don't think you need to learn those quite yet. The witches we're up against will probably stick to offense, which means protecting yourself will be more vital than trying to attack them. I told everyone that I would fight, and I meant it. If I need to hurt someone to save someone, I will do it. Don't tempt me! I look him in the eyes, my gaze unwavering. I still need to learn, even if it's just one offensive spell, Waltz. What if I need to help you? I can't do that just by conjuring barriers. I won't lose anyone else this time, Waltz. Especially you. I think I'm sensing a deja vu. I look up at Waltz and my heart aches at the sight of his frown. fine. We'll stick with barriers. I don't want to lose you either. That's why I need to be as strong as possible. I want to be able to protect you. Waltz makes his way over to me just a few strides and pulls me into his arms. Aw, huggy! Gimme! I will do what I can to save you from a repeat of what happened last time, Penelope. But you won't lose me. Waltz pulls back and looks at me, his expression warm and gentle. Okay. Not fair. Not fair. Here's your treat, as promised. Huh? Waltz bent down and places his lips over mine in a soft kiss. Called it! It's a short-lived kiss, but still enough to make me breathless. Still, why? You're all red, Penelope. That was your special treat? I was expecting candy. Disappointed. I quickly pressed my cheek to his chest to keep him from seeing my tinted cheeks. So embarrassed. No. Let's go today. You need to rest. Teach me an offensive spell first. Penelope, we've been practicing since morning. It will be dark soon. You already know that overusing your magic will take a toll on your body, especially when you're still getting accustomed to it. I shake my head at Waltz, determined. Using my magic before did wear me out, but now I can handle more. What kind of bearer would I be if I couldn't handle this much? Please. I'm begging you, Waltz. See? Even pouting. He eventually sighs and rubs the back of his neck. Oh, so stubborn. Okay, but just one spell. Thank you. He steps away from me. Oh. What I will teach you is a lightning spell. It's not for the faint-hearted. It will inflict excruciating pain on your enemies and also potentially paralyze them. Sweet! I nodded as Waltz continues his explanation. Though I try my best to conjure the electricity, I have only managed sparks at the end of the day. Hey, that's something. I can't. Nope. I collapsed under my bed. I can feel the exhaustion lying over me like a blanket. Can I just snuggle into Waltz's side, please? I could barely move my arms after trying the lightning spell over and over again. I need to learn that spell as soon as possible. I yawn and then close my eyes. Sleep comes easy that night. Penelope. That voice. Come back to me, my sweet princess. No. You have no choice in this, little one. You will come back to me, whether you like it or not. I'll be waiting for you. I sat by my bed, my heart pounding loudly in my chest and my ears. A dream? I wipe unexpected beads of sweat from my forehead as I calm myself with steady breaths. No. I will not go back to you, Hilda. I end up waking up later than usual as a result of my practice from yesterday. I step inside the reception room. I see Jurin and Garland speaking with Parfait, Dolor, and Waltz. There's a definite solemnity to the air. They all turn to look at me as I speak. I approach. Hi. Sorry I slept in. I had a nightmare with my mama. Or the witch that we're hunting. Did I do something or did something happen? Princess, the palace made an announcement today. They're issuing a high bounty on your head for murder and treason. What? It's very strange, with the fact that they haven't even bothered to look for you since that day. Something must have happened that forced them to suddenly act. Dolores soon gathers everyone in the room to discuss Jared and Garland's discovery. The only one who is not here is Anise, who is in town buying ingredients for the market meals. But Penelope didn't kill anyone. Isn't there some way to convince them? Alcaster is in power now, and the people favor him. Now that everyone remembers who I am, they once again are frightened of me. No one would listen to you. They hadn't seen how much you changed. If only they could understand your circumstances, then they might be more sympathetic. Wrong words. I look at Emily in surprise and find myself smiling at her. Thank you for your kind words. I turn to everyone once again and frown. Once again, I am the one putting everyone in danger. I'm so sorry. If any one of them gets hurt, I will never forgive myself. Waltz takes my hand and squeezes it. The simple gesture does wonders to calm my nerves. Don't be too hard on yourself, Penelope. We've told you already. We want to help you. We're in this together. He's right. I'm not sure there's much Rod, Emily, or I could do, but we will definitely support you until the end. Before, I might have cringed at her words, but now, Ophelia has nothing to gain from pretending. Mother is right. We're a family, and we will not abandon you. Ophelia and Emily are both smiling at me warmly. Even Rod seems to have a ghost of a smile on his face. Oh my god. Rod has a smile. We know from his throat that he does smile. Occasionally. Thank you. I apologize for bringing this up, Karma, but is it possible to ask for reinforcement from Brigantia? Brigantia? Brigantia is one of our neighboring kingdoms. We have never had close ties, mostly because of Brigantia's king tends to stay away from our personal and political affairs. They have always refused to engage in any sort of violent affairs. We all look at Karma, who stands there looking sullen. After a few moments, he lets out an exasperated sigh. You want me to ask the Kingdom of Brigantia for help? I remember Karma mentioning before that he was part of a noble family, but I didn't expect him to be from Brigantia. What is he doing here? And how could he possibly ask help from a king? The king doesn't participate in battles or skirmishes. It seems unlikely that he would provide support. He would want to provide assistance. Not even for his own son. Not even if his own son asked him. Son, you mean? Karma crosses his arms and sighs. Well, I suppose there's no use in hiding it anymore. Thank you, Theron. Yes, I am the son of King Clementine of Brigantia. Judging from the sudden quiet in the room, it seems that Parfait, Delora, Waltz, and the knights were the only ones that knew. You're the last prince? Last prince? Gennaro told me that King Clementine's oldest son had disappeared a year ago. There were circumstances. My family never knew I had the Fairytale Curse. I was forced to leave my kingdom so that I could come here to break my curse. I came to Angielle to break his curse. His eyes wander slowly to me, but he focuses once more on the conversation. To answer your question though, no, I don't believe my father would send help. He hasn't heard from me since I left a year ago, and he would most likely think me some kind of imposter unless I showed up at the kingdom's doorstep. Even then, he would have too many questions, and we'd never get the help we were seeking in time. It seems we can't rely on them for help, then. Hi, Anise. We all turn to stare at Anise. The fine lady Anise has suddenly appeared in the market. What magic is this? Rumple, go in the corner. Go back to your corner. I actually just came back. I'm sorry for startling you all, but I found this, and I had to bring it back. Uh-oh. Her smile fades as she pulls out a flyer for us to see. An announcement? From the look of it, 4 days from now, Alcaster will make a speech about the changes that are to happen in Angielle. Changes? That doesn't sound very promising. It means bad news. It means bad news, but it may be worthwhile to take a look. This might give us some insight into what's happening at the palace. Hilda is still in hiding, but it seems very likely she could be involved in all this somehow. They could be plotting something special for that day. Garland and I can go to the event then. We'll make sure not to stand out. I'm coming too. Penelope. I need to know what's happening. I can't hide forever, Waltz. I will go, and I don't need anyone's permission to do so. Well, I guess you're technically an S-Queen after all. Delora, don't encourage her. We both know how stubborn she is. She won't stay put even if we command her to. Delora looks at me and winks. Parfait lets out a heavy sigh. Yeah, kinda stubborn. Waltz and Karma will accompany her then. Great. Bae and ex-Bae. I mean, Karma's still a Bae, but Waltz just... No pun intended on his name. Waltz straight in. Waltz nods. Waltz nods. Waltz nods. Karma looks somewhat startled, but eventually nods as well. It's like, oh great. So until that day comes, we'll all need to prepare for the worst case scenario. Ooh. Hi. Gimme. Gimme. I've been practicing my magic non-stop since the day we heard of Alcaster's speech. I continue to work on my barriers while also continuously attempting that one offensive spell Waltz tried to teach me. Okay, remember what I told you. Focus your energy on the tips of your fingers until you feel the current flow through your veins. Okay? Good. Now try to cast a spell at me again. I stretch out my hand and imagine the energy gathering in my fingertips. I see sparks as I begin to cast the spell. Good, keep going. At the end of my casting time, I can feel lightning snaking up and down my arms. Now release it. I direct that spell Waltz with as much strength as I can muster, but it barely touches his barrier before it fades away. Oh boy. I'm a deep doo-doo. I groan. You're getting there, Penelope. The magic is weak, but it might still be able to paralyze someone for a long time, so long as you hit them when they don't have a barrier up. But the speech is tomorrow. I won't be able to master it by then. You don't need to. Let's not assume things will be so bad. We're only going there to watch a speech. If that's all it is, you won't need your magic. The two of us continue to diligently work, but after a few more rounds, my arms are sore and my mind is foggy. Waltz calls it a day, and the two of us retire to our rooms for the night. Oh, I still can't snuggle with Waltz. That would be amazing. I have tossed and turned in my bed for what feels like an hour, but sleep still won't come. It's been almost a month since I last went into town, and it's impossible not to imagine the worst possible scenario for tomorrow. I'll probably be awake until the sun rises. I turned to glance at the doll that Waltz gave me so long ago. She sits on my table, her glassy eyes staring back at me. I wonder if he's already asleep. Maybe he can help me calm my nerves. Waltz? There's only silence. Maybe he's already asleep. I'm about to leave when the door suddenly opens. Oh boy. Hi. Hi! Oh, I was expecting you to be shirtless. What? Penelope? Hello, Waltz. Ah. Hi. Let me guess. Couldn't sleep? I nod. Come in, then. Oh. I sit on his bed and look around. My eyes shift to a stable where I notice a pile of sewing materials and an assortment of puppets. You've been working on your puppets? Even though you're not a kid anymore, so that's weird. But, oh well. Yeah, I couldn't sleep either. Been a while since I last did a show, but I want to make sure my puppets and materials are ready to go once this is all over. I'm sure the children are looking forward to seeing your shows again. Yeah. Silence ensures as Waltz sits down beside me with one of his puppets. He begins to slowly sew at one of the seams. Silence is deafening. He looks busy, but maybe I should say something. Say something. That's my say something. I'm saying something. I'm worried about what may happen tomorrow. You think too much, Penelope. I do. I know this. I stare at the puppets on the table. When this is over, will you finally let me be your assistant? Aww. Light-headed banter. Walt smiles and pats my head. Yes, when this is all over, I'll give you the spotlight. I'm sure the children will love your puppet shows. Talking about what happens afterward makes me feel normal. Gives me some hope. Hope that eventually everything will go back to normal. I feel better now. Thank you, Waltz. Best day ever! Oh, I'm not sure I even did anything. You just have to be... You have just by being here with me. Aw, her smile. You know I'd do anything for you, little star. Little star. There's that nickname again. Does it bother you? No, I was just wondering where it came from. Alright, I never told you the story, did I? Back when I was still your mother's princess, my life was dull and empty. Then you showed up. Your circumstances were the same as mine, but your light never faded. You became my hope in that dark place, my light. That's why I call you my little star. I can only stare at as Waltz smiles at me. That is cute. Right now, all I want is to stay by his side. Stay within the comforts of his warmth. I look at him and it's a thought that shifts in my head, tinting my cheeks pink. Ah, please. What is it? Oh boy. Can I stay with you tonight? Please say yes. Oh. What? Well. He's so cute. Gimme. Walt's face is tomato red. He looks shocked. I'm like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my room now. I'm gonna go sit in my corner and stare at the wall forever. That's not what it's not that I don't want you to, but I'm not. I mean. Oh, okay. Just let me snuggle. He glances away and begins to mumble to himself. Oh, he's so cute. Best boy ever. I suddenly feel dejected. Don't make that face, little star. What's this? Okay, you can stay. Really? Yeah. Aww. Shake his ear going. Night night. Aww. So cute. We lay side by side, in the bed, shifting only slightly. Aww. Just let him lay flat and snuggle up. That's especially stiff. I wonder why. If we played any other Otomes, I know why. Plus, where's that hand, boy? Oh, it's on the small of the back. I whip my arms around his waist and snuggle into the crook of his neck. Aww. Waltz tenses beneath me. Aww. Not fair. I feel like I'm being punished. What? Why? Is it because I'm a dum-dum? Nothing. Thanks for letting me stay. My room felt colder than normal tonight. I couldn't help thinking about tomorrow and then about Father, and my words dry laugh as I try to focus on Waltz's warmth. Please don't leave me as well, Waltz. Penelope looked at me. I moved back to look up at him. Waltz stares at me with an intensity that makes it difficult to look away. His features are illuminated by the soft moonlight, making them stand out all the more. My heart skips a beat. I'm not going anywhere, Penelope. I will always be wherever you are. I promise to always protect you. I reach out to touch his cheek. Oh, thank you. He smiles at me before putting his arm around my waist and pulling me closer. I snuggle against his chest, taking in his warmth. Oh. I eventually fall asleep in his arms. I would too. Today's the day. Everyone has been busy preparing for the speech. I was told to relax, and I've gotten used to I've used the opportunity to move into the forest and get some fresh air. If only everywhere was as peaceful as this. Penelope? I turned around to see Ophelia slowly walking towards me, a hesitant smile on her face. Ophelia! I'm sorry that I can't be of much help during these distressing times. You've already helped me enough, Ophelia. You supported Father when I didn't. You will have to stay safe. You and the others. You've truly changed. Ophelia takes my hand in hers and looks at me solemnly. Promise me you'll come back to us? I'll be praying that nothing happens today, but if it does, I beseech you to put your safety first. Ophelia, I may not be your real mother, but you've always been my daughter. Guilt floods through me. I have been cruel to her ever since she first came into our lives, and yet she still treats me so warmly. I don't deserve your kindness after all I've done to you, Emily, and Rod. I'm so sorry. Ophelia pulls me into a hug and smooths down my hair. Oh, that's all in the past now, dear. What matters now is the present. I nod and close my eyes. I missed out on so many things when I closed my heart up to everyone. I'd always thought I was alone, but I was wrong. Thank you, Ophelia. Aww. Alcaster's speech starts in an hour, and everyone's making last-minute preparations before we go into town. Ophelia, Emily, and Anise will stay behind as Rod and Rumple volunteered to watch over them. Delore and Parfait left yesterday to attend a meeting with the fairies. Apparently they found someone who holds important information about Hilda and her plans. Emily approaches me, her eyebrows creased. Penelope, you see Mother there. What will you do? I haven't really thought about that yet. Probably punch her in the face for killing my father. We're bound to face her sometime soon. I know that she is your mother, Princess, but are you emotionally ready to face her? I'm taken aback for her question. Jurin. I apologize for being blunt, but we have to consider the worst possible scenario, don't we? I need to know that the princess is ready to face her. In a battlefield, one must not hesitate. Thanks, Jurin. Break down my heart. Jurin continues to look at me, waiting for my answer. I finally face her with determination. I will face her, and I will stop her. Woo! One more chapter. And then, yay. I'm going to end it here, and I just love Waltz. Waltz is best bae. I mean, in this. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I got links for a billion things almost in my description, including the link to this game, its playlist, and then something similar to it that I've pretty much finished, the Seduce Me ones, which, oh boy, my heart still can't. I got Seduce Me 1, 2, and the episodes. They'll all be linked down there, like the playlists. And my Twitter and Twitch and all that fun stuff. So leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys then. Bye!